Welcome back to this edition of Quinte Connection. Thanks so much for joining us, and thanks to Sergeant Buchanan for sharing all those stories about the Pipes and Drums Band. Joining us now, a real pleasure in studio, Don Mcpherson joins us, the Sgt-At-Arms with Royal Canadian Legion Branch 99 Belleville. So, Don, thank you so much for taking the time and being in person. It's great.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So what does Sgt-At-Arms mean? What's your role?
My role is to look after all the flags, any parades, ceremonies, and that. And we've done the Santa Claus parade, and we've done the waterfront parades, and then other legions I've been in, we've competed with other legions for competitions, which they don't do that anymore. But that's my main role as the Sgt-At-Arms. And
you're a veteran?
I'm a peacetime veteran.
So you mentioned you've been with other legions.
Yeah, I was from Renfrew to Ottawa, the National Colour Party in Ottawa, and down to Belleville, and transferred here, and then I got in this branch. I transferred my membership here, and I became the president at one time, and then Sergeant-at-Arms, and back to Sergeant-at-Arms again.
What other roles do you have?
I'm the service officer, also the branch.
Okay.
And
so could you talk to us about your medals?
Yeah, these are Legion medals, and they're, I was service officer for the zone, and that's 7 legions in the zone, which I was part of. And the other medals are all chairmanships, and then the other 4 medals are 60 years, 75 years off the branch, and that, in which our legion now is 95 years old, and we didn't have a chance to celebrate for 95 because of the COVID. So maybe next year, we'll see.
Yeah, how are you and the team doing in the other veterans, especially with all that we've been through?
You mean membership? Or?
Yeah, membership.
Not the best in the world, because we are all getting old, including me.
We're all adapting to the changing times, that's for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
Which brings us to the Remembrance Day service and ceremony. What is it going to look like in Belleville?
I hope we get, since it's on Friday, I hope we get a good turnout, but a lot of people will be working, and we just pray and hope that they do show up to respect the veterans and what the veterans done for us. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them.
Will there be a parade?
No, we won't parade. No, we just they'll march the colors in from the side of the road to the cenotaph. Most of the regiments will be, what we get in the regiments will be seated, and then they'll lay the wreaths from there. The speeches will take care, and then it'll be probably an hour's service of that.
So we hear a lot about a color party. What does that mean? Color
party is that's what my colors are the Maple Leaf flag and the Union Jack and the Ontario flag and the Legion flag, and then the other Veterans Council flags besides will be there also.
So you've been to Ottawa. What's the difference between a color party in Ottawa and Belleville?
Not much of a difference, but more colors. Quite a few. There used to be about 20 colors on the parade, maybe a little more. It just depends on who's looking after the parade.
Now our veterans are getting older, as you mentioned, changing times. So what's happening with the Belleville service, keeping in mind the amount of flags you have to carry in?
Well, as of this parade, as I told you, this year will be the first time we'll be using cadets to carry our flags. And we're glad in a way, because we are getting older regardless.
What does Remembrance Day and the ceremonies mean to you, especially with all the roles that you've been in?
It means a lot. I think, I didn't go overseas or anything like that, but I think of the veterans who went overseas and the ones that didn't come back and what they sacrificed for us, and it means a lot to me and everybody else that, we wouldn't, like I said, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them during the Second World War.
Now, you mentioned you were a veteran in peacetime. What time period was that for you?
I joined in 1955. I stayed 11 years, and I was with the Canadian Guard Regiment in Petawawa, and then I was transferred to Ottawa.
So you started in Petawawa?
Yep. Yeah.
Why sign up?
Why? My father passed away when I was 16, and I was with my foster mother, and I had no intentions of going into the coal mines, so I decided there's nothing in Cape Breton for me, so I'll join the Army and see what happens.
What did you do within your role as in the Army?
In the Army, I was one of the clerks in the office after I did my basic treatment in Petawawa, and then I got transferred to Ottawa. I was with the Chief of General Staff in Ottawa. So and that's where I stayed for 11 years.
How do you help veterans beyond Remembrance Day and stuff like that? What else are you a part of?
I'm the service officer, as I said, here in Belleville here, and also the treasurer. So I have a number of posts, too many posts at times, but no, it's for the veterans, and I'm happy.
What does your role as a service officer entail?
What we do is any veterans that need help and they come to see us in the branch in Belleville here, I'll fill out the forms with them and talk to them, and then we'll send all the documents and the paperwork to the Dominion Command Service Officer in Ottawa. She will take a look at it and go over everything, and then from there on she'll decide where it goes and who it goes to.
Circling back to the Remembrance Day in Belleville, you mentioned the cadets will be carrying in the flags for
Yep.
the first time. What are your messages or your conversations with cadets? Are you still seeing that spark to continue on the tradition?
I think it will. I'm a bit careful what I say, but I think it will, yes. Yeah. Unless we get younger members in the branch, and we're hoping that's going to happen, but that would be good. And I'd love to step back and see young blood in there. I would, really would.
Are you getting some young blood slowly trickling?
No. Our membership has gone down, so.
Why do you think that is?
I guess the military now, they have their own messes in the camp and that, and so I guess they go there instead, and they don't sign up in the Legion. So that's the only thing I can come up with that I know of. So.
Don, what's your message for folks listening to you and the story and learning more about the Belleville Legion, especially as we stop and remember?
Try your best to get involved if you can. We'd love to have you in the branch and sign you up as a member, and we'll give you something to do, that's for sure. And because a lot of the members right now are carrying 2, 3, 4 posts. You know, it's hard on all of the veterans and that, and especially Poppy campaign, which is on now, and they could use more help on these things, and it's hard. We have to wait on it, so we got no choice.
Given the demand with anything, can anyone volunteer?
Sure.
Nice.
That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen that.
Well, maybe this will help get the word out.
I hope so.
Where can people contact you in the Legion? Is there a phone number?
There is a phone number at the Legion for the office and for the bar, and either one will answer those phones. As for the service officer, inside the Legion, as you walk in, the names are there and telephone numbers for anyone to contact. Mine was on coaching already, so to contact me. So.
For folks who don't know, whereabouts is the Legion building located?
It's at Pinnacle Street. I'm not sure the number yet. I forgot it already.
Well, right across from Belleville Transit, kind of.
Yeah.
Transit terminal.
It's been there for history, I guess. And we're going into a new building, so.
Oh, whereabouts?
Well, I understand the city is going to work on something for us. I'm not to give any information out yet.
Well, once you're
you're
allowed,
putting me on the stand here.
Once you're allowed to give some information out, we'll learn more later on.
You'll know from the mayor. He'll make the statement what land we have and where we're going to build and that. So because the building here has been sold, so.
Well, either way, we need more people out and remembering and taking the time.
You better believe it.
Don, thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure.
It's my pleasure to be here with you.